everyone, Sheila here from Life with Pets. So today I'm going to talk about two of the aquarium lights that we use. We get so many questions asking what are the lights that we use, where do we get them from, and so I thought that I would do a side-by-side comparison of two of my favourite ones, why I like them so much, and just show you them on the tanks and the differences between them. If you're interested in taking a look at them, I will leave links down in the description box below. So the two lights are the Current USA Satellite Freshwater LED light and the Decky LED light. These are both the 10-gallon version, but they do them in much larger sizes. As you can see, the Decky LED light has a much taller profile than the Current USA one, and they do both sit on the tank very well indeed. Now, the Current USA one does only have one strip of LED lights right down the middle, and this one does sit as a very low profile on the tank. It has the adjustable sliders on both ends so that you can make it a good fit for your tank. This light is more expensive than the Decky LED light, but it does come with more functions on choosing the variation of the brightness of your light. So it came with this little attachment that you plug in, and then there's several different modes for whether you want a bright white light, and then you can do different variations, or the blue, you can also do different variations, or you can have a mixture of white and blue as well. I will show that on the tank when we've taken a quick look at the Decky lighting. So this next light, I have to say, is probably one of my favourite ones. It is a good, strong, bright light, and we've had amazing success at growing plants with it. As you can see, it does have 3 rows of LEDs as opposed to the other one just has the 1 row. It does also have the adjustable ends that you can slide them out to fit your tank. This light does only have the 1 setting for the white light and 1 setting for the blue light, so that is a big difference there. But I do find with the Current USA one that I don't even use all the settings. I just have it on the brightest, and I do very rarely use the blue light, but I do like both of these lights. It just really depends what you're looking for. The Current USA one, I would say, is definitely a light for low light plants, whereas the Decky one, I would say that it was low to medium light plants. So again, there's a variation there, and I do think that it just really depends on what you're wanting for the tank, what type of plants that you're wanting to grow, or do you just want a really nice light that shows off the colours of your fish. Taking a look at it on one of our tanks, I'm going to use the goldfish tank simply because then there's very little distraction with decorations in the tank. But as you watch this, it doesn't really show very well. You can see the variation of the light changing, and you just keep pressing the mode button and eventually it will go back to off. I do think it shows up a little better with the blue one. If you watch as we press the button, then the colour changes and eventually it will take it back to the off position. So this is definitely a good light. It does give bright lighting. The profile as it sits on the top of the tank, I do actually really like that. I do like that low profile look, but again, it depends what you're going for in the look of the tank. Now, we actually do use this particular light across 2 of our 2.5 gallon tanks, and it looks really good. So that is an option. If you've got sort of several maybe smaller tanks, you can just use the 1 light to go across the 2 tanks, and I will show you that right now. So here are the tanks that we're using it on, and as you can see, it does light them up really well, and we do have good plant growth. So in fact, that guppy grass is absolutely going crazy since we moved it into that tank, and it does go across well with having the extending bars. Then whilst it doesn't go the full length of those 2 tanks, you can see it definitely gives adequate lighting, and it does let it be a little bit darker at each end of the tank, which is not a bad thing for your fish. Before I get into the next light, please excuse all the bits floating around the tank. I had actually just fed the goldfish the Daphnia, and so you will still see some of that floating around. This one is the Decky LED light, and it is so much brighter than the current USA, but it does only have the two options, either white or blue, and then there's no variation of in between. For me personally, I like that because, as I said, we don't really use any of the other options, so this one works really well for us. On the top of the tank, you can see it does sit a lot higher, so if you've got a tank where maybe you don't use a lid or need a lid, then this is actually a really good option for that because it doesn't sit low in the water, so there's no risk of the water getting to the light. So I really like this one. Out of the two of them, this one is my favourite for sort of an all-purpose light, but both of them have very good merits either way, so I would definitely recommend them both. It really just comes down to what you're wanting the lighting for. If you need lighting for low to medium light plants, then I would definitely say this light would be better over the other one. So this is how the Decky LED lighting looks on our divided 10-gallon tank. The plants are doing amazing. They're really, really healthy. We've had exceptional growth in the tank. So I would say this light is a good one if you're wanting to get into maybe doing live plants, and this is definitely one that will help you do that. We do use root tabs in this tank as well, so it is a combination of good lighting and feeding the plants as well. Obviously that goes without saying, it's not just all about lights, but good lighting obviously does help. We have these lights on several of our tanks, and we probably typically run them about 6 to 7 hours a day. So the light is switched on for about that amount of time, and the plant growth does really well at that. I do find with the Decky LED light particularly, depending on the plants, if it is on for longer than that, then very often algae can build up. So I have found sort of that sweet spot to be about 6 hours for the Decky LED light. The current USA light, I do find with that one that it doesn't really make that much difference. We sometimes do it for 6 hours, we can maybe do it for 8 hours, and it doesn't really seem to have an adverse effect on the tank. So as many of you have messaged me and have noticed the subscriber count, we hit 10,000 subscribers this week. We cannot believe it. Absolutely amazing. We want to say thank you to everybody who's subscribed to our channel, who watches our videos and supports us through buying merchandise on our website, buying our dividers. It just means so much to us. We are planning on doing a giveaway, but we're still just sort of working out those details. So just watch out for that video. I'm not quite sure when it's going to be up because this next month is going to be absolutely chaotic for us. I will do my best to get it up in the next week or two once we've got all those details worked out. But again, guys, thank you so much. It means a great deal to us. When I started this channel about a year ago, my goal, believe it or not, was 1,000 subscribers. And I even thought that that was like way too high. So to have reached 10,000 is just absolutely incredible. And you've all been so supportive. So from all of us here at Life with Pets, thank you. So going back to the lighting, I do hope this video has given you a little insight into some of the lights that we use and the results that we get. As so many of you ask us about the lights that we use on all the different tanks, I will be doing another video showing the lights that we use on our 20-gallon long and also on our 75-gallon, because they're completely different lights again and have different functions. So I think it's good to show a broad spectrum of lights, and we do use a lot of different lights on our tank, so I think that it would be good to show you that so that you can see if any of these lights are what you would like to use. If you're not subscribed to this channel and would like to see more videos like this, then please hit that subscribe button. Also, if you've not hit that notification bell and want to know when we've uploaded another video, then if you just hit that, then you will get a notification next time we upload. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Again, thanks for 10,000 subscribers, and we'll see you next time.